which of the McMahons, though, low-key, they're questionable. Because for Linda McMahon to sit in a comatose state for months until WrestleMania.
That was a storyline, B.
That was one of the best storylines.
Right.
The pop.
When she got up?
She got up. She stood up.
Because I popped. Facts. Let's go, Linda.
But what I'm saying is that, like, yo, you stomping to the beat was obnoxious yet needed. But I just had to tell you because I was just sitting here like, why are you stomping?
Jobber Nation.
Well, you said it for me. Go ahead. You want to be me today?
Just like on Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday, yeah. It literally cut off right when I was coming in, and I was like,
looked at my wrist, I got time today.
Are you feeling real ratchet today?
The hate be so real, the
back.
be fake. Be bumping their gums and bumping
Even Miles is bopping his head.
Miles know the tunes. Yeah. Who? What song is that? Like I don't even know what that is.
It's Moneybag. Yo, how you not know Moneybag? Yo.
I'm sorry, I'm not fucking 25 years old.
I know of him.
The fuck?
Huh?
Like,
you know, to be honest,
music,
all them
right?
niggas sound the same. So they need like, they literally, yes they do. They literally need like name tags. So I know who's who because they all either look alike or they sound alike.
Got old ears.
No, they do. It all sounds the fucking same to me.
You have old ears. That's what your parents used to say about the music. It's all there's all this rock.
Yeah.
It's back and
You know,
forth.
it's crazy because my dad was a DJ. So growing up, I listened to so many different kinds of music. It was weird.
Well, you had a different childhood than everyone.
Yeah, I had like my dad had we had a legit record collection at the bottom of this like the home entertainment system. Literally, the whole bottom of it was records.
It's the off season.
Right?
Yeah, it was like 3 towers.
Don't speak over Cam.
Oh God.
Speak over Cam.
Jesus.
Niggas is fucking finished.
This shit too easy for me now.
Oh, the thing with J. Cole. I like that song. How you playing J. Cole and Jermaine and you don't even like Jermaine like that?
This intro is fire.
Come on.
This intro is fire.
If you're not gonna love Jermaine, don't play him.
This intro is amazing.
Anyway, Jobber Nation, welcome to another episode of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc. Before we jump into our topics of this week, do want to thank wrestling richest prize. What? What about the mask? Oh, I was like, what about it? Definitely want to thank wrestling's richest prize, Mr. Darius Carter, for joining us this week on the JTP Lounge. It was that was probably one of the most in-depth conversations and interviews we've had in a very, very long time.
We didn't have to say anything.
It was actually very good. I asked really good questions.
No, we asked questions, but he
elaborated and
he wants to talk.
So if anyone
please check that out
that is aspiring to be a wrestler in this business, please take a listen to that interview. I think there were a lot of hidden gems that he spoke about his own personal experience and how he got, worked through the politics of wrestling and also how he kind of created his own gimmick. That was actually the main thing I wanted to know. Because I was just like,
if you're listening to this, well, you are listening to this on a Friday on SoundCloud, you're hearing my sweet, sweet voice in your ears.
Wow.
So please check out the video version of Darius Carter Jobbertears Lounge right now on YouTube. Link is in the description below.
All right.
And for our YouTube users, man, yo, I'm tired of y'all not being subscribed. Y'all watch the videos, but don't subscribe. Yo, help a brother and sister out. Subscribe.
Yes, you can
like
also,
and share. It helps with the algorithm to keep us out the Hunger Games.
You can subscribe to it, but you can also turn the alerts off if sometimes that does annoy you and you don't want always to be alerted. But you can absolutely please subscribe to our YouTube page where you can not only see previous episodes of the Jobbertears podcast, but also all the rest of our sister podcasts under our brand. Those that are watching on the live feed tonight, 6:30 p.m. on Facebook Live on Amanda's page, and I'll probably will hopefully be able to post it on mine too. We have a very, very special guest on
Shout out to
Sasson
Gene,
Talk.
Shout out to Ron. Shout out to KJ Claremont.
Yes, thank you to those that are watching on the live. Always love the support, but make sure y'all niggas are subscribed to the YouTube page too. Don't be on this live and y'all ain't subscribed, okay?
I checked the numbers today.
Oh.
A lot of people are not subscribed, but then again, it's a problem across the YouTube where other people will like subscribe and like, and it'll recommend something similar to yours.
Yeah.
But people just won't subscribe. So please subscribe,
That's okay.
y'all.
But yes, check out the Darius Carter interview along with the previous 2 interviews we have on the JTP Lounge with O'Shea
Mr. Grimm.
Edwards and Mr. Grimm himself. All will be next Saturday. We are live back at Ridgefield Park for May the Franchise Reign Battle Club Pros. First show back can't even say post-pandemic because I feel like where was going to be in the pandemic.
Because Battle Club does it big.
So please make sure, and we will be there live and in color. So we're really excited. Independent wrestling is coming on the comeback game, and then also to those that are aspiring to be wrestlers, please make sure to check out the Fallout Shelter that just opened this past weekend in Queens, Long Island City. It's not far from the train, so y'all can't complain. Where you have 3 amazing trainers and then also the owner of Battle Club Pro there live and in color. So make sure, I believe their days are Tuesdays and Thursdays. But for more information, you can always hit up Joaquin Morales for that. This week, did you guys catch biographies? HBK.
No.
Shawn Michaels was this week's biography episode.
I gotta watch it.
I felt like it was the longest 2 hours
I haven't slept.
I've ever watched. Really? To be honest, I think most of the stuff everyone already kind of knows. Because I think what biography has done is they've taken, especially like old clips, like they had his mom and his dad talk. And, most of these people they've done biographies on the past few weeks. They've had specials on the WWE Network. They've already had like biography pieces like under the WWE brand. So they picked certain like video parts and put them in the show as well, which I think is pretty dope. Because HBK, his mom, his dad was in it, but it was from previous years.
I mean, the only one that we didn't really see was Booker T. That's why his so far was the best one. Like, cause all the other ones.
Now, Austin
was Austin, but like.
But that part about like, I guess the dad side of things, I've never really.
Yeah, that's something.
like
but most of them we knew majority.
And Piper's, I actually was my favorite.
We knew most of what was going on if you're an avid wrestling fan.
Avid wrestling fan, like how many times that they released the Austin DVD? How many times that did the Austin special? How many times did the HBK special? A lot of the guys who never left the company, you got inside who they are a minute ago. Compared to Undertaker, that's why Undertaker was so big because he never bought kayfabe. Shout out to Joe Rogan. Yeah,
that was so good.
What?
Just the last ride, like that series, because.
Shout out to Jordan for to set up the blueprint for that.
For me, it was more or less like they literally have been working on that for like 3-4 years. Yeah, like it wasn't like something where they sat with him, in a session in that moment and he talked about his career. Like it was literally following him from WrestleMania in Orlando and then going from Orlando to New Orleans and then now in New York where he wasn't, it was a process and I can appreciate that. Next week's is Ultimate Warriors, which I'll probably skip that. I'm not gonna hold y'all. That was.
I want to watch the Dark Side of the Ring version of it.
Oh, I forgot that was gonna be an episode. So did you finally watch the Nick Gage?
Yeah. Fire.
He's a fucking psycho.
Something's wrong with him.
Yeah.
So no.
Sun's off.
Like New Jack, you kind of could understand.
Rest in peace, New Jack.
You could you kind of understand, but this guy, no.
He had like a good childhood.
Yeah.
Like his mama loved him. He was very close with his sister.
Yeah.
But it's so. Okay. It's something. It's something wrong with him. We're talking funny, yeah. And it goes by as that white boy shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But at the same time, a lot of that stuff, when it comes to that, it's an adrenaline rush out the ass. And Because in the beginning, Moxley talked about it.
Yeah, shout out to Moxley.
Moxley was just like, yo.
Dean Ambrose.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is either.
I do.
Who is that?
Yeah.
You can call him Chris Bosh. You
No,
know.
I'm not.
You know, he's
That's
the
definitely
Christian.
not that.
He's
I'm to
third.
Christian.
Wait, what?
I'm to Christian.
What do you mean? He has that open challenge thing with Fuck.
That's not Christian. That's Christian Cage.
Goodbye. Like I'm sitting here, like nigga, he was just on TV the other day.
I don't know why she mentioned Christian AEW. They're two different people.
There
are two different people.
They are not.
Shout out to Christian Cage.
Christian Cage.
Confusing
Christian? Christian knows doesn't exist
Look
anymore.
the
Christian Cage.
Christian Cage, I know.
But anyways, no, because it's a drug.
Yeah.
I remember watching.
And they grew up in the Jackass era.
Yeah. and I remember watching the David Arquette documentary, and they had that little part in there.
David was so pissed.
Because Cage is a psycho.
But he admitted that he was in over his head. Like he admitted that, and I
Yeah.
can respect that. 'cause it was
No,
like,
we all knew he was over his head.
Yeah.
I would never do that.
No.
There is no But the reason why David Arquette did it was he's trying to prove something.
Yeah.
yeah.
He was trying to prove something because because it kind of connects with both actually, because in the his special David Arquette's one, he was just like, yo, I was shitted on all the time throughout my career because of the WCW situation. And what's funny is that after he did WCW, he wasn't getting acting gigs.
Yeah.
Because of WCW.
Yeah.
So imagine you did something that really wasn't your fault and it cost you your actual career. Cause he said he put it like this. Imagine going on job interviews for like 10 plus years and being told no every time.
Yeah.
And obviously he still got a little bread, whatever, and his wife does whatever, but it's like, yo, that shit cost him his career. So he was like, I have to prove something to somebody because the acting world doesn't fuck with
It's
me.
not fucking with me.
But I love wrestling. So him doing that was him trying to prove a point, like, yo, I'm a wrestler too, I'm trained, and stuff of that nature. But, to your point, you're still over your head.
Yeah.
Because regular wrestlers don't do that deathmatch shit.
What do y'all think about that? Like, that's not, like in wrestling, there are different, once again, styles of wrestling. You got the British strong style. You got Japanese wrestling. You have, American wrestling. You have lucha libre. Like, you have all these different styles and different, presentations of wrestling. But deathmatch for me don't hit. Like, I can't get jiggy with it. Like, some people love that shit. Love the fucking light bulbs.
All of that.
Cracking over the head.
All of that.
And, like, I could deal with a nice, decent hardcore match. I can deal with that. But the deathmatch shit, there's no, for me, psychology to it.
I can't do it, but it's necessary.
It's not a shit. It's not a shock.
You think it's a necessary evil within the industry?
Yes.
Why?
Because you rather see people do that death match and have an understanding than go out and kill somebody. Like, I'd rather them do it in a more
like it's in
controlled
their own
environment.
little realm. And
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah.
It is, but I'm gonna push back. So you just is it needed? No, I don't think it's needed within our industry, but I think it's something. It is a nice alternative to have.
It is because
I don't think it's needed.
Because the reason why I said needed because it gives people a good difference of the business.
I guess it's a balance in the
it's a
wrestling
balance.
world.
It is, but I don't think it's needed.
It's just like with this way, right?
Do you need to eat hot wings?
Huh?
Do you need to eat hot wings?
No.
But you would like some hot wings.
For varieties.
Exactly. That's deathmatch. Deathmatch is spicy hot wings.
No, that shit is that's beyond hot wings.
It's fathom hot. Like,
yeah, like that's like the hottest of the hottest.
like you dream it and you still think about the hotness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
Like
It's not
mouth on
needed.
fire.
I don't think it's. I get what you're saying, but I don't think it's needed within the community because it is absolutely the extreme of the extreme. Like, it's more extreme than the shit that we saw in ECW.
Yeah.
Like, you really get, like, wrestling in general, you get hurt.
Yeah.
Regardless. Like, even at the moment or over time. That shit,
That's
It
hurt
increases
her.
your- Yeah, it increases
That's
your chances.
immediate.
Because you know you won't get hurt. Compared to
Yeah.
wrestling, there's a chance that you won't get hurt. There's a high chance.
It's
But I'm
high,
I would love, you know what? Maybe we need to go on the hunt to interview somebody. If anyone that's watching knows Nick Cage and see if he wants to come on, I'm like actually intrigued because I want to know
It is.
what the actual like. How do you prepare for that? Like, what's the psychology in that? Like,
Is there any?
like right? Because like in wrestling. I don't want to say regular wrestling, but in wrestling, you have that pre-match conversation that Darius had mentioned, you know, talking about what spots you want to do, what moves you want to do, like what are we doing here? In a death match, do they do that? Like, do they just
have
be like,
to be.
yo,
They have
to
let
be.
me,
So-
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit you 2 times with this light bulb, and then what you're going to do is you're going to hit me with a
There has to
fucking
be
steel,
some kind of
steel
structure.
chair. But
Yeah,
there
but-
is none. Like,
But that's what you think.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Because in the biography, not the biography, my bad.
Dark Side of the Ring.
In Dark Side of the Ring, Moxley mentioned something how it is more storytelling in death matches.
So it got to be some
And-
kind of
Really?
structure.
How?
because you're pulling. I don't think it's a story. It's not. Once again, it goes back to what you said, where you're talking about. It's an alternative. It's an alternative to telling the story. I think it's like there's an emotion in there, like somewhere or another. Because I don't think it's a roller coaster.
no, I think it's like a constant, like,
I think
I'm
it's
fucking you up.
I think it's
I'm
It's
fucking
watching
you
a
up.
Saw movie
No, I think it's even worse than that. I think it's you jumping from a plane,
over and over again.
like over and over
Oh,
again.
so like Happy Death Day? You
Yeah.
ever seen that?
Yeah.
It's this movie where this girl, she like literally lives through her death like so many times, and then
gotta
has to
watch
like it's on Prime. You gotta pay for it though, because me and Mikey tried to watch it though. Last night we was like fuck, but it's actually a dope little.
I'm gonna
It's
watch
like
it.
it's like a repeat. But
I'm going to watch it.
when you
Groundhog
said
Day.
that, that's what made me think
I
of
mean,
that.
it does
But
make sense, though.
but that's what it is. But then you also, that's another conversation of how do you tell if somebody's good?
Right, and like in
Because-
deathmatch, is it how hard you hit someone? How much
Yeah.
how much blood do you bleed? Is
Be-
that like what's the measuring stick for
Dang.
deathmatch?
Because
I never
when,
saw it that way.
because
No,
when-
but
How
that's
you measure someone's good?
yeah, because
Yeah.
when he said it, he was like, "Yo, Nick Cage is one of the best ones to tell a story within death matching. Like he's such a great storyteller." But I've seen him wrestle regularly.
yeah.
Yeah, we saw that.
It was Battle
Good
Club.
Battle
Yeah,
Club.
that was a good match.
With him and
Yeah.
Havoc.
Yeah,
can wrestle.
He can wrestle.
He can wrestle.
So, I'm not taking anything away from his thing, but he's on another level. He's like a legend within that.
Yeah.
I kind of want to talk to somebody that's good at it, but not a legend. And then you also got to figure out, like you said, what capacity of mentally do you have to be to go in there every once a month, whatever.
Like, isn't like boxing where boxing you have to train and then you do it like twice a year. Like,
How do you
with
train for a
deathmatch.
deathmatch?
Exactly though, but like, how do you protect yourself? Like, what's
Like,
the pros and cons?
Either way, like if you slap somebody with the fluorescent lights, it's gonna burn because of the mercury is in there. Not the mercury, something's in there. It's gonna burn the skin. Then on top of that, with the barbed wire, it's gonna burn regardless. So how do you train for that? I get it. You train as far as this is what I think. You train as if you train for a wrestling match. Boom. But how do you train for the pain?
I think that's the mental thing.
Right.
Because in the documentary he said I have a high tolerance for pain.
He definitely did say that.
I have a high
And
tolerance.
I kind of wish though on the Dark Side episode that they talked a little. Like, I wonder where the real disconnect with him and his brother came from, because like for his brother to kill himself and then like for Nick to be like find that out literally the moment he's about to run, like it's a lot. That whole story, it was just like there's more to that.
And the part that he robbed the bank.
Yo.
And
The
every-
part-
He doesn't make money.
The part
and
that-
everybody was making fun of him. It was
the
just
part
like,
that
you
they
wear
named-
a bandana to the ring.
they named a whole tournament after you,
Yeah.
and you had to check in with your parole, and they arrest you.
No, that was different. That they
That's
didn't hold
wild.
tournament in because he was like he messed us out to him because he was like he violated parole by being on drugs.
Yeah.
What the whole bank robbery thing is, he wears a mask to the ring, a bandana to the mask. He robbed the bank without one. I'm looking like this nigga. He went to Atlantic City and burned through that money, smoked, drunk, and got arrested.
But
I mean,
it's the drugs, man.
Yeah.
it's the drugs.
I mean, does he?
That temporary happiness is a drug, like for some people. where they just only focus on that in that moment.
But
Like,
that's also why he does the death matches.
He's a live in the moment type of person, and I really feel like people that do death matches have that mentality of like, I'm just gonna be in this moment. I'm not gonna think of the next match. I'm not gonna think about match. That's what I'm saying. So anyone that's watching, or listening when this does post, if you personally know someone that does death matches,
you gotta listen to somebody.
Please send us that information. It is something I've been intrigued about, especially because of like how many, like even with like GCW's thing, like when they did during WrestleMania weekend, and it was like tons of fucking death matches. I'm just like, I can't get with that, but okay.
So that's what GCW does.
Like no, right?
That
but
means
that's what I'm saying.
CZW.
Someone said I hit up Kirk Osborne, Osborne, him right here. We're gonna hit him up. That's what. Shout out to Isaiah Wolf.
Thank you.
So
thanks, bro.
Nets.
I'm intrigued. We're gonna take a.
He looked like a deathmatch worker.
That's his back. I actually cannot tell if he's a deathmatch worker or not.
Come on, you got a face like a
Bruce
deathmatch.
said deathmatch is an escape so people don't commit murder.
See, exactly.
That's wild.
He said deathmatch is chitlins, not wings.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't do chitlins.
Yeah.
You had chitlins before?
It's this. I don't want
Have
no
you?
parts. Yeah.
No, you had?
No.
I never had. I want to try it.
Okay, good. You may like it. You may like it.
Like that.
Because you like delicacy type of things. Like you'll go and try some new food. Like you'll go to an Indian restaurant and try like the spiciest, most random thing. I'm not doing that.
Jeff Cannonball, we got to hit him up.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get a list together and we're gonna dedicate some time because I think it's important that we just have a better understanding. Because I don't.
Hit up murder, death, kill. Oh wow.
No, that's his group.
That's his group.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
He got this whole gang too.
Yeah,
like,
murder, death, kill. I kind of down with these white boys.
Okay, good luck with that.
You know, they're probably like the nicest people in the world.
They probably are sweethearts, which is why I'm like intrigued.
Faye said like he's like the nicest guy in the world.
How do you turn it on and off? Right, like how do you turn it on and off?
It's an escape. I think it's because of his mama dying too.
Oh, that fucked him.
But then again, I kind of see it this way. It's
that was also
like
Kanye shit.
It's kind of like when video
wild.
gamers like, I like to turn on a video game and kill niggas. Kill niggas, smack them up with my gun, and laugh about it. I don't want to do it in real life. I think it's equivalent to that. Maybe just a thrill, like I want to inflict pain on people, but I don't want to kill them. So this is my perfect. I don't want to go
to jail for it.
Exactly, because anything that happened in deathmatch is kind of legal. Just like what's name said, I want to catch a body in the ring. If you're a boxer, yo, that's achievement right there, dogs. You caught a body in the ring, though, son. You hit the nigga so hard, he died, son.
No, you don't want.
You don't want that.
Well, listen,
because the thing is, it's different.
You don't want that. That's like wallowing your conscience, I feel like, too. Like, you have to... That's, like, traumatizing. Because I think people don't also realize the twofold in trauma. Because it's not always... out there, you know, it's not always the person that receives the receives the punishment, but also the person that gives it. That's traumatizing to them, too. They just may not know it, or they may not be in that mindset of understanding that type of trauma. So that's why we're gonna take a deeper look. We're definitely... I think it's worth... the conversation and understanding, because I don't like being ignorant. I want to pick their brain. Yeah, like, see why you just because it's not my, not my cup of tea does not mean people that, listen and support us.
Blading is wild to me.
Blading is beyond me. It's actually, yeah. Like, I can't, and it's crazy because I think back in, like, the Attitude Era, like, when Austin would bleed, you'd be mad hype. You'd be like, yo.
No, color is fine. Yes. I'll do some color.
Yes.
But it's still wild, but yo, there's bombs on here. Like, I think that's the reason why a lot of people got tight with AEW.
Cause you saw it.
Because no, not even that. When they did the exploding deathmatch thing, and it wasn't what they expect. Cause it's like, yo, indie people have a better production than this. And you guys are at a higher level.
The nigga that's in it does death matches.
But the thing, it just happened. It was just a mistake.
It was, but I think that's why people got mad about it.
Of course, but I think that they want someone to die.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what death matches are for.
No one ever died in death match.
But
name a person who died in death match.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't say this never happened.
Technically, Nick died. Technically, he died.
He did.
And that was wild that they had the fucking show where the police and people can come get them, but the damn ambulances couldn't come, so they had to airlift his ass to save him. Like, that was wild. Like he
died and came back.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. But I was just outside of
So-
Nick Gage.
so-
I just wouldn't. I can't sit here and be like, I don't know. But then I can't sit in the same breath and be like, no one's ever died. That's just really
And
hard
then
for me to
again,
believe.
deathmatch is the niche within the niche. Just like
Yes.
a lot of people didn't know that somebody died versus Rey Mysterio in the ring.
Yeah, in Mexico.
Yeah, and
That was wild too.
And a lot of wrestlers, like a lot of wrestling fans, don't know
an
that
accident.
Goldberg injured Bret Hart.
He didn't injure him. He ended his career.
Oh, sorry, and the nigga's career.
Brett low key still tight about that. Even though
Duh!
he want to act like he's over things.
Yo, can you imagine that you watching TV and you see Jake the Snake doing all these bumps, Sting doing all these bumps, looking like I can't do this bump because another man.
You know,
Yo, another
it's
man
rough.
took his career. It was nothing that he did throughout his whole years. It was an honor that he had that nobody got injured.
Literally
And
resigned.
he told Goldberg, "Don't hurt me," and he couldn't make money with Goldberg.
I don't know why that was so funny. Like, please don't hurt me.
No, because it's ironic because he's like, yo,
Please don't hurt me.
yo, chill, my dude. Don't
Like,
hurt
yo,
me.
like, I
and then he
know-
hurts you.
Like, I know how you get
Not
down.
even hurt you. He ends your career.
End your career. So
I'm sorry, bro. It's just like, yo,
it's bad. It's
because
not funny, but it is.
People don't understand why this man's kind of low-key bitter. Yo, all your family die in wrestling, but yet you can't say nothing because your family's eating off of WWE, but it can still make sure you good. Like, yo,
I mean,
you're
but
gonna be
to be
low-key
honest,
bitter.
nobody got arrested than Von Erich, so Brett got to chill the fuck out.
But still, that's
In
his
my
trauma,
opinion.
though, baby girl.
Yeah, you know.
You understand?
Yeah, the fact that he couldn't save his little brother, the fact that his career ended not on his terms. That can lead to
And you
some
see Goldberg
bitterness.
still hurting niggas. You looking at him
He
like
almost killed Taker in the Saudi.
I was just about to say that.
Ooh.
Imagine like, yo, you like Bret Hart, you smoke with your shorty, talking about old wrestling, you looking at let me see the Sorry Raven show. Looking like
I wonder
look
if
at
he
this
smokes
nigga,
with
look at
his
this nigga,
wife.
look at this nigga. Still injuring niggas. But why they paying the big bucks? Come on.
You know,
'Cause he's
you know
still
what's
low-key a
funny?
fucking draw. It's annoying.
It's like, I love how Goldberg doesn't think anything about this.
Does it? Nothing.
Like,
He's not once mentioned anything about that shit.
He's on face like, yeah, it happened.
Like like this nigga would rather talk about how no one wished him a happy birthday than fucking ending someone's
Yo,
career.
he spent 10 minutes on that
William.
subject. Yo, I beg you,
William.
plead with them. Tell them
I was
my
in the locker room. I looked around. Nobody was around to wish me a happy birthday. Nigga, what?
nah, because I remember watching that thing and I was
Shit is
like,
wild.
yo,
Gosh.
like you didn't mention Taker, you almost killed Taker.
At all.
20 million, dang.
It was 20.
Yeah, it was.
That's,
It literally was that last run that Brett could have done, where he got the most money in his career, that he could have done the most creative.
that's why he's more bitter.
And yeah, like it was
the money.
more or less the money. Like he literally signed
Whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa,
It
whoa,
was
whoa,
literally.
whoa. I didn't know this.
The ink didn't dry.
So basically, he just signed it, whatever, to keep it in
Yeah.
the company. It was 20 mil.
Yeah.
Because he got hurt, they had to terminate his contract.
Yep.
It's not guaranteed. It
not
wasn't 100%. It
guaranteed.
wasn't 100% guaranteed.
It wasn't guaranteed.
Wrestlers are football players.
So that literally the ink wasn't even dried, and that shit happened. And then now he's like, I gotta hang up my boots, and it's
Dang, son.
wild. But to your point, William has never really. I feel
He
like
doesn't.
owned that
He
shit.
doesn't care.
He don't own it.
Like it's
That's wild.
Every time I like real talk, Goldberg's a narcissist. Like low key,
He cried by
he
his
is.
birthday. Like, he cried by his birthday.
my
I'm
man-
still on that.
Yo, and fucking
No, I'm
Kevin
still on
Nash,
that.
and
He is a narcissist.
And
You know
as
what?
people would, and as Kevin Nash is out here, what was he talking about? His mom had passed or something, and everybody's consoling this nigga. This nigga on the left is like, "Where's my
Today's my
balloon?
birthday.
Where's my balloon? Where's my cake?"
But that's what got me because he was like, yo,
The audacity of this nigga was like awesome. Like,
we know that you're the
Yeah.
top. You're the top guy.
where's my balloons?
But I think a part of him,
He wanted to be liked.
no, he wanted to be bigger than Stone Cold.
Oh, that wasn't happening.
Nah, but Stone Cold been in business forever.
That
Stone
wasn't
Cold.
happening.
No, but the thing about it, it's
You
like
can't.
there's a reason why they always say pay your dues first, because you understand where you understand you're more humble.
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg went to the power plant, got like 3 moves out of there, came out the power plant, shot to the moon.
So you can't get mad at WWE because at least WWE, they at least make you master the basics first.
Yeah, I get that. But it's like he doesn't understand. I don't think he ever understood the business in a wrestling tradition standpoint. He understands how to make money.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about this because I threw it in the chat what Rob Van Dam said.
What he said?
Nobody checks the chat, do you?
I didn't see no RVD shit.
I put it in the chat.
Bruce
How
said
long
this.
ago?
Then shout out to Bruce says. Shout out to Mikey, you know. Bruce said there
I
was
didn't.
there was a
Oh,
clause.
okay.
There was a clause in that contract that said if Brett can't wrestle for more than 6 months, they don't owe him. They don't owe him. Bruce
Oh, I
also
did.
said Stone Cold has everyone's respect as a man. With Goldberg, they just respect
didn't
that he's
like
over.
him.
Yeah.
They didn't like him when he had his whole fucking Georgia State Bulldogs friends come out when he won.
Yeah.
But
Like, them niggas looked at him like, oh, okay, those are people's.
Okay.
Wait, before you say that, read that before you forget.
So the problem with that, and this is something that I understand because, nigga, I have gotten it.
What?
I've always said this, and I'll always say it again. Wrestling's a fraternity.
Yes.
So you coming in, it's not the right way of doing things. It's this, like, you gotta prove that you love this business. And Goldberg never proved that he loved the business. There's that and the fact they were jealous of him.
So this goes back to what you said a couple of episodes with Bow Wow, where a lot of celebrities, people coming in general, they kind of give you like a flack because this is our fraternity.
Yeah, this is our fraternity.
It's already us against the world already. You're not gonna come here and make us look dumb.
Yeah.
But I guess it
go
also is to like how much, you know, going back to what you said, like how much you're gonna put into the sport. So for instance, we have watched this morning, and if you haven't, it's actually a really dope. I think it's a dope series, that Most Treasured thing on A&E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had watched the Jerry Lawler episode this morning, and basically he talked about his feud with Andy Kaufman. And basically how that was kind of like that was the beginning, that was the foundation of intertwining and mixing in entertainment and sports and making it sports entertainment, because they had that feud. And that feud went on for almost probably a year and some change down in Memphis. And then they went on David Letterman and fucking everything blew up. And I think you have to have a certain level of respect and dedication to the industry, where then everyone can, you know, kind of, you know, give you a hand, give you an arm, give you both arms, and, you know, eventually. Like, it's always like, how dedicated are you going to be to the sport? You can't like half-ass it.
Yeah,
and I think
exactly.
I think at the time, they didn't take Goldberg serious because they probably felt like Goldberg didn't take them serious.
He didn't take because the thing about it, it's crazy because he was never really a wrestling fan. That's one.
Like, it was a oops kind of thing. Like, he tried out he tried out for the Vikings or something. He was some tryout, and then that didn't work.
And then he comes in, and then they shoot him to the moon because he has a great look. He looks believable. That's the whole point of it. But it's like, you don't love what you're doing, and you have to understand, this is a time. The industry is different now. There's more lights, glitz, and camera. Like, we're at the peak, which is like borderline the peak Attitude Era coming around or close to that. Before that, they didn't have any of that glitz and glamour shit.
It was gritty.
It was gritty as hell.
Yeah.
And you had to, like, love the business, and then this guy comes along getting whatever he's getting and making a ton of money, and he doesn't love the business. And then also what he's doing is not realistic, which was Kevin Nash said. So the business side of the thing, I wanted to talk about this.
What did RVD say?
So he said, somebody said, RVD said, I love Vince McMahon. It's John Oliver who's an asshole. Remember that John Oliver thing? Did y'all ever watch it?
Wait, on HBO?
Yeah, where he did a whole thing about how shitty WWE is when it comes to insurance, how they're taking care of their wrestlers and everything. So
yeah, that name sound
So so then somebody replied and said wrestlers have to choose between making a good salary or health insurance, because they make so much they will choose the big salary instead of the health plan. The WWE can't afford to pay their talent really well like they are now, while also getting a health plan installed. Then Rob Van Dam says independent contractors negotiate everything in their contract. If insurance is important enough to them, they can demand that, just like hotel rooms and car rentals. It's those that with no leverage that wish to have terms of someone in demand.
Facts.
So then he goes, somebody goes, wouldn't it be cool that you could work with who you want and for who you want? John Oliver is right, my friend. Because remember, that independent contractor shit. So then Rob Van Dam goes, we don't have to sign contracts. When we do, the terms are all negotiable. If we don't want to be locked into a 3-year deal, we don't. Also, WWE kept us too busy to ever work for anyone else. Remember, you're on tour 300 days out the year.
Correct.
Sounds like you and John Oliver are both ignorant on this, my friend. Somebody goes, it's still an illegal contract, mate. Rob knows for sure more than me or you, but laws are laws. Murray, you can sign an agreement with a contractor to paint your house and stipulate he doesn't work on any other houses until he's finished with yours. Same thing. Nothing's wrong with it. Good point.
Because in the contract, it does say that. Contract is contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Additionally, you're actually paying more in taxes as an independent contractor, my dude, and you don't get any of that benefits of that status. Wrong. And this is something that people, when a couple people were bringing that up, I was like, no. And this is what Rob Van Dam says. Wrong. Everything spent towards our job is a tax write-off. Again, what would it known? I've only worked with both as an employee and an independent contractor. So that means hotels, even if you do pay for your insurance, that is a tax write-off.
Tax write-off. Yeah.
But
it just goes back to like kind of like the shift.
So that's about it.
It goes into the shifting of like, you know, once again, remembering that at the end of the day, this is a business, and remembering that you have the right to tell people in when you have a contract, you don't just sign the first thing you get. You look over it. You negotiate. You go through those steps so that both sides, because I think sometimes when people, you know, have a fear of, like, for instance,
I'm gonna say something when you're done.
Whatchamacallit, when people get married and they sign
a prenup.
There you go. Why some people, to me, are ignorant when they say, "Oh, I would never do a prenup," blah blah blah, because they always think it's one-sided. When a prenup is actually meant
Both
in
sides.
place to
It's
protect both.
But you have to negotiate.
And you have to negotiate.
It's just
So-
like shout out to Joe Kim and the Fallout Shelter. Remember when he was doing orientation and he said, "I will not screw you over." He said, if it took you $150 to come over here, right? I'm gonna pay you at like a livable wage. I'm not gonna pay you $50 on a hot dog, because that's wrong. Because you only recoup back $50 out of your $150. So it's only right, like you said, you have to negotiate certain stuff. Not everybody gonna be like Joe Kim. No. Not everybody gonna be like Eric Bischoff. Not everybody's gonna be like Tony Khan. Not everybody, heck, is gonna be like Vince McMahon. So everybody has to understand, just like RVD, thank God for RVD for saying this, somebody for his high stature within the business for saying that, because he taught me something about independent contract, which is true. It definitely is true. Like, we all sign contract when we first start our jobs, correct? Like, when I signed my contract, I signed that I got to make certain type of days, blah, 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 blah. If I don't make this.
And you can't work for UPS.
Huh?
You can't work for UPS.
Exactly. Conflict of interest. You understand?
Oh.
So you're working for the E, kind of.
Yeah.
You can't go over
This
WCW.
nigga, yeah.
Yes.
USPS
Shout out to Gene, the IEC.
just did a territory thing on him.
Hence, this is why Gene said, hence why it's important to read before you sign, resign,
Absolutely.
regardless of money.
Absolutely.
And it's just like even in the music industry, certain people is going to negotiate certain stuff in a contract. Other people is just going to negotiate for the money.
But he said one thing here. It's you have to have some type of leverage, which goes back to, and I always bring this up, when the Bucks were given a deal from WWE by Triple H.
The whole store.
Basically,
They
basically like leverage NXT, basically.
They said
they gave him creative control. They
Go
said you
for
can
it.
come out your contract with whatever time if you're not happy. The money was fucking crazy. It's when you have leverage and you can negotiate, which goes back to an early episode when we talked about wrestlers having managers.
Yeah.
And business managers.
And also knowing your value as a person that comes into a company. Like, you know, I mean, as much as, you know, as many promoters we've spoken to and that we know, you know, their main focus is really to make money. They don't, you know, they want to entertain the fans, of course. They want to be able to build relationships, but they also want to be in a financial stable position. And in order to do that, you got to have that balance where you got to have somebody that's going to draw and that's going to bring money to the table. And then you're going to have, you got to learn how to give and take. And that sometimes is not always as easy as it seems, but you have to just be mindful of it, and you can't, negate it.
Just like Daniel Bryan, he don't have no contract right now.
Nah.
He can go anywhere. Matter of fact, name not even get someone that high.
No, that was a good one because someone, what's funny? Someone asked me the other day. I think it was Jordan. Jordan at Legends the other day had asked me. He was like, "Where do you think Joe would go?" And I said, if there was one place Joe would probably end up, it's Japan. And I said because
Leverage.
I said with AEW, there's no real, like what does he have to prove? What is it to gain? There's nothing really there. Any other promotion, I don't really see
Impact.
I don't really see him going back to ROH unless it was more on a backstage commentary.
Yeah.
Like unless it was behind the scenes with ROH, then I would probably lean towards that. But if Joey was gonna get cleared, go for another maybe year or two, I saw Japan. So it really is, you get to the point where, you brought up Daniel Bryan, where now he's a free agent and he has the ability to kind of just go to anybody and say, like, listen.
Backtrack this. Let's go back to Jericho a couple of years ago. He negotiated a contract where I'm not going to do no more TV appearances, only house shows. That's it. Look at Dolph Ziggler, Dolph Skittles. Challenge to my mans out there. Vince knows he has to honor Dolph. Because Dolph goes anywhere, he's money.
Dolph currently, I think he's wrestled the most matches of anybody on the roster.
And Vince know his value.
Dolph's contract I found out it's very similar to Randall's. Like
exactly.
He knew what he was doing. But to be honest, for me, the person that understands and knows how to do a contract is Brock Lesnar.
Exactly. But Bruce said this.
No underestimating that.
Bruce said this. Most indie wrestlers are marks for WWE. And WWE knows that. So all the leverage is going right there.
You know what? We know the person. I don't want to say the person's name because somebody talked about what they did for their contract. So Bruce has a point, but the people who are smart.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm talking about. You mentioned a couple episodes. It wasn't an episode, but before.
Yeah. So he got signed by NXT recently, and he got more money because he told them like, "Yo, I have these people interested in me." Now, I don't know if he was going to go to those other companies to sign, but he told them, and they had to give him a bigger contract, with more leverage.
Yeah, it's all about leverage, how much you can negotiate. Yeah.
Ow.
Sorry. Yeah, I think it's at a point. It's the money part.
Cash rules everything around me.
Dollar bill, y'all.
All right, let's move on to beloved AEW. They are making some major moves within the next year. So they are adding a 1-hour TV show Friday nights at 10 p.m. directly after SmackDown.
What's wrong with that?
There's
perfect.
nothing. I appreciate
it
I appreciate it not being the same time.
I'll have to watch the news
as much
after.
as Tuesdays bothers me because I'm always feel like I'm doing something, but I like the fact that I don't feel like I gotta choose now. Like, all right, if I want to entertain and watch AEW, I could do it on a Wednesday. I don't gotta worry about flipping back and forth or rushing to watch it before we record. So I do like that it's after. It's I'm not complaining on that. It's gonna be called, I believe, AEW Rampage, and it's an hour show. And it's going to start August the 13th, I believe. Let me just double check before I talk out my ass. Yes, August 13th. Friday, August 13th will be their first show on TNT. And then both shows will be going all the way on TNT until 2022, where both shows respectively will end up on TBS.
And they got an 8-figure deal out of that.
Yeah, because Warner... Because which... 6 figures. That just makes me think of Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
People don't understand. AEW getting this money is great for wrestling. Like, people don't understand.
It's putting more money back into the business.
Facts.
But I just need them to last. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's it.
If they can, like 20 years, they can still be here after 20 years, and then WWE can be after 20, then we're fine.
So, yeah, I think
honestly,
dope.
I want everybody to grow. I want shout out to the Zombie itself, Impact, because it died and came back many times.
Up and up.
So if Impact been on since I was in high school.
They got a pay-per-view coming up, I think June 12th.
Yeah. Shout out to Moose.
Where I think Moose versus Kenny Omega is happening. So if Moose don't win, I'm just throw it away. But anyway, that's just a different.
But yeah,
topic.
Rampage is definitely good. It's 1 hour, and they said
I was gonna say what is gonna be on it? Like you got 60 minutes. What are you gonna do with it?
A lot. They said periodically they're gonna have a super show on TBS or TNT where like, hey, they can't have pay-per-views all the time, but that super show, that's must see, and I think that's a really good idea.
Oh, you know what I did read? They want to format it the same way Clash of Champions used to be back in the day, where that kind of like super show feel, where it's just that 1 hour. Boom, we're gonna give you as many things as we can to give you in that hour. So,
but they don't have special shows every once in a while.
Yeah, they want to bring back that kind of like.
I think that's cool
tradition.
Because right now TVs needs people to tune into their stations, and the good thing about it is I think Warner Brothers, they don't have an app. They need the Paramount app. No, I didn't use HBO. I think
TNT,
I think WWE. I think Warner Brothers use HBO because I see they have DC. Nevertheless, it's good now because it's gonna be on a TBS. TBS is literally in way more homes. And people say, oh, AEW know better not to go against a tribal chief. Duh! They're not trying to go against WWE because they realize what happened. They lose ratings. You try to make as much profit as possible.
It's interesting because
Well, could it also be that there is just something else that brings more viewage on a Friday night on TBS between that 8 to 10 slot?
Thank you.
Like, I think they picked that slot.
10 o'clock
No,
is perfect.
I'm just playing devil's advocate because
I mean
the last time, because you got to remember back in the day, Friday nights at 8 to 10 is prime motherfucking time.
But I think they picked that slot. I think strategically it's
HBO Max, yeah.
So strategically, in my opinion, what they did was okay. You have SmackDown over. You're still gonna be up.
Yeah.
I'll roll into
and
this.
Guess what? A lot of kids. They're off tomorrow, no school.
Yeah.
Hey,
because listen, if SmackDown's
but
doing,
is that their audience?
No, it's everybody. They're trying to get everybody there.
No, their audience is 18 to 40.
So I have a question, random. Do you think typical casual fans like AEW?
No. Okay, these are the reactions that I get, right? I get two different type of reactions. I get the one where they say, oh, they're too small, blah, 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 because a lot of them are just WWE fans. I get a second reaction. They go like, yo, I watch AEW. Yo, it's different, but I like it. And they keep on watching.
But are they casual fans?
Yeah.
Okay.
The most casual fans, I get 80%. What the fuck is this? I'm not watching this again. And then you get the 20%. I'm like, yo, it was cool because people know that and you guys get it too. Like we have a podcast, we do wrestling stuff, and we like wrestling. So people will talk to me randomly. Like they're like, oh, I turned on the TV, I saw this AEW thing.
Yeah,
I didn't like
work
it.
all the time.
But that's what WWE too. Like how many times people watch WWE and they said that I ain't watching this again. Like that's wrestling in general.
But then they end up watching it again. So
no, I'm talking about casual fans.
No, casual. I've casual fans.
I just thought it was interesting because y'all know I'm a sucker for Jim Cornette's podcast. So when I listened to it earlier today, a clip of it, that question got asked to him. Someone emailed him that question.
AEW's not for casual fans.
And was like, do you think casual fans enjoy AEW? He said, absolutely not.
It's not. It's really for hardcore wrestling fans, which is fine because that's their niche, and because their owner is a hardcore wrestling fan.
Yeah, it's good.
Because everybody that we pop for or that we know, the only way you're gonna know who Eddie Kingston is if you're a hardcore wrestling fan.
Yeah, you gotta,
And the thing is, I don't care what nobody fucking says. And if people want to say this shit, people want to talk this shit, like, yo, Kenny and the Bucks are not mainstream. They were never mainstream. Now, did they bring back wrestling fans to New Japan? Yes. Yeah. Did they grow the New Japan with American fans? Yes. But 90% of the people that fucks with Kenny and the Bucks are hardcore wrestling fans.
But that's in any sports, bro.
Yeah. But I'm just saying. But we can't pretend like this is a casual fan type of thing.
No.
And I think you have people that's out there that's just like, this is what every wrestling fan wants to see, casual or not. And it's just
no.
So let me ask you a question. Since we're going casuals and, on regular fans, how you felt about the zombie thing?
Zombie thing was trash.
I liked it.
It was trash.
I liked it.
Okay, we cool. Okay, cool. Why do you think it was trash?
It was stupid. For me, I take it as the business.
It's a gimmick match. I don't know why the expectation is so fucking high.
I take it as it was stupid, but I understand it.
But how is it stupid if you're talking about it? I don't understand that.
No, but the thing is, it was dumb, wasn't realistic, it wasn't something I want to do.
That makeup?
It wasn't something I want to do. It's like,
come on,
Fast and the Furious at this point.
Which I can't wait.
And I
space.
But the thing about it, I understand, and I'm gonna be entertained by it. There's certain times I can't take this shit too seriously. So
that's 80% of the time.
When you have zombies coming out, is it shitty? Yes, but I'm not gonna be like, yo, you get too tight about the shit. And it wasn't even a good match like that.
I'm gonna say this.
The match itself, no, but it wasn't. I don't think it was shitty.
I'm gonna say this. I liked it, but it was the wrong timing, because at Extreme Rules Horror Show, you could have did that mess. We was expecting that mess.
But Batista didn't have a movie out.
Correct.
And then again, it's just WWE.
But that's why people just get entitled for what? Like, it's a promotional thing. It worked. People are talking about zombies.
Someone said this.
And now people gonna watch shit.
Why was a zombie even part of the match? Because it's kind of like a cross promotion.
It's a cross promotion, ladies and gentlemen.
Boom. Just like Jurassic Express versus the Polar Bear Express, right? It was advertising for Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah. So
that's it. Or shout out to my son RoboCop for being WCW when like how he saved Sting. Or Chucky.
Somebody said, Ethan Wick said, I took a casual fan to an AEW show and they loved it. Now, live shows,
it's different.
It's different.
Just like baseball.
It's a different vibe. No,
different.
I don't like
baseball.
baseball.
Trash in person. Baseball's trash on TV.
No,
but in person,
both.
Baseball is great in person.
It's like soccer.
But the thing is, when you go to a live show, there's a different type of energy. You're around fans. Like, how many times, like, your friends, my friends, or like what, or just come to the bar?
They love it.
And they're having a good time.
Listen, Live Johnson said he had a ball Cinco de Mayo. We were surprised. That nigga don't watch wrestling. So we were just like,
but that's what I'm saying is that when you're around that energy, you get hype. And I'm not taking anything away from AEW. Maybe that casual wrestling fan just generally enjoyed the wrestling. Mm-hmm. But there's a different type of energy in the building when you're around wrestling fans.
Yeah, and it kind of like sucks you in. You're kind of like locked in. It's like a roller coaster ride, literally.
But it also depends who you sit next to. Because if you sit next to one of these, like...
Sal, you're good. It was a question, and we answered.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Like he asked, like, I didn't know my bad about Batista movie. It happens, like...
No, it's okay.
It's not your
but
bad.
No, but
like,
that's the thing.
Hardcore
no, trust me. We was at the bar Sunday trying to figure out and piece together why the fuck zombies was even a thing. And then we was like, oh, shit, the fucking Batista movie shit.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
The vignette was hard, though.
Yeah,
the way they started off that shit with that little story. Oh, boy. The videos at the beginning of the pay-per-view.
Are you kidding me?
You don't like Batista.
But I don't.
But overall, I think the zombie thing is... My thing is this way. My thing is this way. Why you getting mad at WWE for doing WWE things?
Right.
At this point, y'all go online.
You know what you signed up for.
Exactly. No. Matter of fact, wrestling in general. Wrestling has been evolving forever. I know old heads who hate this generation of wrestling. They hated Attitude Era. They hated the Roots of Aggression Era. Guess what? A lot of us are these bitter old people. I love the Attitude Era. My nigga, let that thing die. Because honestly, if we bring back the Attitude Era, you will not let your kids watch that.
Well, listen.
Hold on. Let's really rewind about the Attitude Era real quick. Best era ever because it gave you a feel. That's the one thing you can say about the Attitude Era.
But it wasn't the most profitable era.
Hold on. Vince McMahon still misses that shit.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon still misses the... Because what interview was he doing? It was Austin. And he was like, yeah, it was crazy. And you sort of look at his eyes like, damn, he missed it.
Because guess what? He didn't
'Cause he
have
was in
these.
it.
He wasn't publicly traded company. It was really his
No,
world.
yes, he was.
No.
It wasn't that he wasn't public
Not
or
at
not.
first.
But it wasn't that. It was just I think for him, it was because he was involved.
It was
Like
fun.
when you
It
think
was
about
fun.
any other era that WWE has experienced, you got to think of the era before Attitude Era. He was doing commentary. He wasn't. No one even knew he owned the fucking company. And then Attitude Era comes involved. The whole Brett spitting in his face is really
Right,
what
he
triggered
got
it.
involved.
I don't care what anyone says.
He got involved.
So you have that, and he got involved. So for him, he misses
It is
that.
right. It is right because
that was a personal connection to that.
a lot of people don't know this, but the Vince McMahon character debuted in Memphis years ago. And when you see old clips of him doing that, shout out to Dave No Wrestling. Please check him out on YouTube. If you watch it, you see Vince's face just light up. He was just such a heel. You saw where he got that character from.
Because Vince is a psychopath.
Right.
Relax.
And the fact that you said this,
He's not?
he is.
Vince is
my nigga. He pitched a storyline that he had sex with his daughter. That's some psychopath stuff. And don't say that that's some white boy stuff. No, that's psychopath behavior.
No, the thing
wasn't
is,
saying
though,
anything.
I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at
You're not
Vince
mad at him trying to make a storyline with his daughter?
because he's crazy. Listen.
And to be fair,
listen.
any which of the McMahons, though, low key, they're questionable because for Linda McMahon to sit in a comatose state for months until WrestleMania.
That was a storyline, B.
That was one of the best storylines.
Right.
The
pop.
When she got up,
She got up. She stood up.
because I popped.
Facts. Let's go, Linda.
But what I'm saying is that, like, say what you want about Vince and the McMahon family, but them niggas,
They're crazy.
They are dedicated to the fucking business, and I can't see no wrong in that.
Which is
I'm
why
sorry.
Triple H went to that side.
He went to the dark side.
Because listen. At the end of the day, you have to understand, and a lot of people don't understand when you're building a business and a brand, and you're trying to do big things like that. That's your life.
Everybody got to be involved.
No, but it's your life though.
It is.
It is your
It's
life.
what you eat and sleep and breathe, and that's just what it is. But
It's literally your life. And the thing about it, yo, my top guy just killed a woman. Yo, here's this bag.
Who I gotta pay off real quick.
Here's this bag because I need him back in the ring.
Because
I'm not gonna
even
put the
though I'm not
title
gonna
on
put
him
the title on him,
because he's not dependable.
He's a draw.
But he's a draw.
Yeah, I can put him
and
on
it was a storyline that we worked for over a year on.
Wait, hold on. Taker, you're hurt. You're badly beat up. But Mania's around the way.
Let me ship you over a ring so you can train and do what you gotta do.
No problem.
I got you.
No problem.
Come on.
Like, you have to be crazy. Like, I don't people. The thing is, nobody's gonna say this, and I've said this numerous times. And shout out to Kiki, me and her, I talked about it numerous times. Tony Khan is following Vince McMahon's playbook. He is literally
The blueprint.
following the playbook, and he's adjusting it in his own
And
way.
this goes back to what I said last week. You spend so much time criticizing the next man, but yet you're not studying his playbook to better your playbook. That's what real people do to get ahead of their life.
And
What
Cody
you call-
is pulling a Triple H.
Yes, but what y'all called crazy because it's you put your mindset of the 1% that who put in the work in. You spent hours and hours and hours working on your body, right? You literally went from look like a piece of granite rock to like look like you're now, correct?
Wow.
That's mad gay, but okay.
Wow.
I'm
He's
mad
your
confident
brother,
in
though.
myself, exactly.
He's your brother. He can say that.
Exactly.
If it was another nigga that said that to
You
you,
understand?
Like,
but if someone
questionable.
asks you your whole workout routine when like you was doing the bodybuilding competition, they say, "Oh, you nigga, you crazy." My nigga went on no water to retain all his weight. Come on, be psychopath behavior.
But the thing, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't,
if you want to succeed in life, you gotta do crazy behavior.
You have to be crazy.
Yo, you gotta stay up countless nights just to do what you have to do. You gotta be sleep deprived.
I am paying off. Listen. Not gonna lie to you. If y'all want to kill somebody and I had the money to pay for it to get you off, I'm paying for it.
You know what? I love you for that. I appreciate you for that.
Yes, I am paying niggas off for this shit. Oh, first of all, I can't lose y'all. Two, you're part of the show.
What are we doing? Right.
So I'm paying you off.
A lot of people don't. I'm gonna tell you guys how many years has this been? 2 years?
No. it's longer than that.
The thing about it all goes back to we all have 9 to 5s. You know that nice thing at your job who's nice at his job, but take an hour and 20-minute break every day, but no one says nothing?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the point.
That's the same concept.
I'm about
When
to
you
say,
bring
are
so
you
much
that
value,
nigga?
When you bring value to something, when you bring value to something, it's the Jordan rules.
You're
It's the
gonna
Jordan
protect
rules.
at all costs.
Jordan had a rule where like go back to we all put it together like Voltron, negotiating contract. I love the game rule where you can play anywhere, anytime. That's why Jordans were mad tournaments back in the day. Value.
Listen, I don't care. Vince McMahon was crazy. Who cares?
We all crazy.
Who cares? And the thing about it, I appreciate it because at the end of the day, because people will shit on him all he wants.
Yeah.
That guy is on social media.
That's a fact.
He
You know,
is.
I wish
He
he
is.
was.
No, he's not.
So he can hear us.
Oh, no. When I say he is on
I
there,
wish.
he's not really on there. It's like he has like an avatar who like represents him.
So, listen.
He has an intern.
Listen,
WWE
I
has an
understand.
intern.
You need a bag. You throwing a bag of money. Keep your people in there. Keep people in there. Now Hogan's a whole ass bitch for snitching on him.
My nigga brought you from nothing, B. You was doo-doo.
Made
Vince
you the
Come
top
on, B.
guy.
Top guy.
And then,
he was a commercial.
And then did it. And then for you fucking main event at WrestleMania 1. You and Andre took the fuck. He made you the superstar that you were. And I think to go and basically do some rat shit, it was just like, bruh.
He was the original Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Tekashi Hogan.
Without the fucking
New nickname
rainbow
alert.
hair.
Tekashi Hogan.
Yo, could you imagine if Hogan ever came out with Terry? You ever imagine Terry coming out with rainbow?
You mean Double H or
like lace,
Tekashi Hogan?
lace front?
Yeah, but
What?
So
What?
What?
So like
What?
What? I'm just.
I'm over here like, yeah. Wait, what?
yeah,
It's a valid
but
question.
Hogan's
man.
a snitch. But quickly, because we have to end it. Give me a couple more minutes, Miles, please.
We gotta talk about
Well, not a rumor, but Will Ospreay
chick
got
is beautiful, by the way.
injured and then had to unfortunately vacate the IWGP World Heavyweight title now. So that's a game changer in a sense for New Japan because now they got to kind of figure out what to do with that. But he is, he relinquished the title. He's going back to the UK to heal his neck. He has a neck injury.
you gotta get that Kobe treatment.
So hopefully him and Ricky Starks get the same doctor because I'm gonna need both of them to come back stronger than ever. But
Ricky Stark was on AEW, chilling.
Yeah, talking trash.
but that's so speaking about that though, that's brilliant because of the fact we all know he's injured, but you have to keep him on TV to keep him relevant.
Well, he's the hottest thing in the group.
Correct, but still, regardless, you gotta figure that out. Cause you don't know, when
He didn't take no bumps
with the
either.
neck, yeah, he's
the
not.
shit was smooth.
He's not
You saw what they did.
He's
so,
not going to.
So, I hate this drunk Adam Page.
From the beginning, I hated it.
I low-key hate
From
this
the
thing,
beginning, I hated it.
but it was funny as hell when he came out. So he came out.
Does anybody
and
have
then,
Adam Page?
Does
anybody have Adam Page on their fantasy?
Oh, they don't listen to this. No,
so
we found out tonight.
Okay.
So he low-key comes out. He hands Ricky the drink. And Ricky just stands there like, and then they get into a fight.
He a fighter.
And then, his crew beats them up.
Yeah.
And Ricky comes into the ring, takes a sip of the drink. I was like, this is great.
Shout out to
Like you said, this is great.
And because Ricky's
It's
injured,
awesome.
you get Hook. Yo, is that really his name? Hook?
Ricky Starks?
No, Taz's son Hook.
I don't know if that's his real name. First of all, it took me weeks to realize that was his child. So
You know what? Taz is crazy.
Because he looks nothing like him.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Yeah.
It's
But
actually
Hook,
questionable as
So
fuck.
Hook, like, it gives Hook more TV time.
Well, he already gets TV time because he always comes out with one of them, like if they have a match.
He looks like
So when Will had a match, he came out with him. When
says
Ricky
Will
had that
about
match,
Dad.
he came out with him. Well, yeah, but he don't look.
But is his name really Hook?
Well, we'll look it up. But yes, with Will Ospreay out of action,
Anthony Ogogo, shout out to Anthony Ogogo.
who's blind in his left eye.
70% blind.
Yeah.
Bitches love him.
It's
He's all
crazy.
over the internet.
You know what Jim Cornette has said? He said, "How did Cody talk about this American dream and all this stuff when Anthony Ogogo with Luke? He's like, he's fighting all this like America, but he wants to fight a black man."
Black people's everywhere, B.
No, but that was the point. Like he was just like, wait, he was so confused.
Listen. Yeah, don't understand.
And it was so funny when
But
he said it. I
Did
was
you
like,
hear the promo that he cut though?
the one that you loved oh so much.
But then again,
Before you play that, real quick, who do you think now will become the new? And it was so funny when he said it. I was like, Who will become the new heavyweight champion? Because clearly, no one knew Japan. They probably do a tournament thing because it's around that time.
Sabushi.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if it's Kenny.
I think it should be
I
Kenny.
can go with that.
I think it should be Ken, but a lot of people have been saying that they still got a little tension between the two.
Yeah.
And so I want Kenny to low key lose everything.
Yeah.
But you got to win everything first.
And he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna win New Japan. But the titles that he has now, I want him to lose everything and come off TV for a while.
Yeah.
Just do a hard reset because I'm not convinced. And
He's been on TV for too long.
I'm aggy at the whole.
He's been in the spotlight for too long.
I'm aggy at the whole, like, this is a partnership and it's really
But I
one-sided.
think he's also over it though. That's why.
Is it though? But all right, so you say Ibushi. I wouldn't. Kenny is not a far-fetched idea for that. But
who would come
Because
over?
I think they, because around the summertime is when they
White?
have that tournament.
You want Jay White?
No.
I mean, they love them white boys, bro.
They do.
They love them white boys.
They like big money. But no, I wouldn't want Jay White.
I mean, Jay White got a beard now.
It's because he's on the dark side, so now
He
he got to look the part, which I can appreciate. I'm not
That's
gonna hold
wrestling.
you. I can appreciate
the basic thing,
because
like, you
look,
draw a
even
beard, you're evil.
I don't know, because I don't know
That is
none of
true.
these Bucks niggas names, but one of them got like a dark beard now.
Yeah.
Because now he's a bad guy.
Yo, son. But the thing about it, the fact that Eddie took his
I don't
sneakers
know his fucking name.
was some ill shit, even though they were fake.
White people buy fake stuff.
And that's what bothers me, son.
When you got the money, why you buying fake
Why
shit?
you buying fake shit?
I have.
But listen, Eddie Kingston better come out
Because-
double or nothing with fucking Tim's on. And if he does not, I'm going to be
You can't wrestle in Tim's.
upset. I'm going to be
That shit is
upset.
How you know?
You'll fuck up your feet, B.
Is that
It's not
better than?
comfortable. It's
Isn't
not
that better than barefoot when Rusev used to do it?
Yes, it's better than. It's not better than barefoot. Barefoot is easy.
Yeah.
Tim's are heavy.
They are heavy.
That's the whole point.
You know who used to wrestle in Tim's? Didn't Mia Yim wrestle in Tim's?
Yeah, which was not believable
But
at
it's
all.
like, but like,
Yo, the fact
but like,
that
did
you
you have
act
to
like
like the New York Timbs or like the?
That's what I'm saying. Yo, did you see him
There's difference
post?
between New York Timbs and Timbs.
Absolutely.
He has to wear New York Tim's. He's from New York.
He's from Yonkers. He has to wear New York Timbs.
He's from Yonkers. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold
I
on.
was like,
Play this real quick.
I thought you said Whitestone
hold
and
on.
stuff like that.
No, Yonkers.
That's different.
Money.
Okay.
What are you playing? Oh, the promo with Anthony Agogo.
Hold on.
Be
Listen to
real
this
for a
guy.
second, okay? I hate this place because it values money more than it does life. People are left to rot and die on the streets of America
even
so
sound
they can't
like
afford
how he
healthcare.
looks. It's weird.
That's unfair. Right now,
He
in
sounds
this
like,
great country, there's 1,000 kids trapped
his
in
name?
cages after being taken away from their parents. That's unfair. See, that is the America that you people are proud of. And Cody Rhodes is the epitome of that. He's the Yank that you people are proud of. Let me say something. May 30th, Double or Nothing live on Fight TV. You will not be proud of Cody Rhodes. So I'm going to smash his face in. Hey, Cody, I'm going to cave in your ribs. I'm going to punch the peroxide out of your head. You piss boy.
Piss boy. Oh,
You think you're tough, huh?
That's a fighting
Think you're a
race.
bad man. Because you've beaten some Brits in the past.
he's a bad man. Yo, whose song was
Doug
that?
Williams, Will Ospreay, Pac.
Yeah. So
He
it's
does not look how he sounds. It's hilarious.
He doesn't.
it's because he's British.
No, I know, but it just still. As I'm listening, I feel like
We
I'm
so used to hearing like American accents.
No,
from black dudes.
I can hear no because Black Wrestling Alliance, you can hear his accent. So I'm not
But he's darker skinned.
Used to that.
Like most of the time when you see British,
just trying to turn down the tan.
no, he's lighter.
Yeah.
He's like caramel
Let me
complexion.
see.
Caramel complexion.
I feel like I could tell he got a black
Yeah,
daddy.
you know what? We always have dark skinned dudes coming like the dude from
Snowfall.
Snowfall, the dude from All
Get
American.
Oh, from Judas
Get
and the
Out.
Messiah?
Yeah.
All
yeah.
the most of them are darker skinned, so that's
Yeah.
and that
Fucking
also takes.
Idris Alba,
Dark skin.
that fucked me up the most.
completely.
Because for years, you just heard the English. It's like, okay, he's American. No, he's not. A lie. But
Damn, you're right.
I'm kind of excited, though. And, it just sucks because you kind of already know Cody's going to put him over. So it's just like,
Well, he needs to put him over.
What? Oh, you see how he beat up Billy Gunn's son? Yes, on last week.
Well, because
Oh, my
he's actually
God.
injured. So he's actually going to be out for like 6 weeks.
Who?
Austin Gunn.
That was a fire match. My son was ducking
I don't
and
know if
weaving.
he had got injured
Boom, hit
during
him.
the match.
Oh, that's what I'm talking
But
about. The blood came out of his mouth. He picked him up. Boom! Cesaro him Ooh.
But
Yo, he
speaking of-
wrestles like Balrog.
Facts.
Anthony Gogo wrestles like
No
Balrog. No kicks, just straight punches, which I understand is
Well,
part of
because
the
he can't
gimmick.
see. He can't see. That's why.
He can't see out of one eye.
Yeah.
He's fine to see.
He
can
can't
technically
do
see.
certain moves though. Like that nigga.
That guy will
if
wrestle with
that
one
nigga-
leg.
No, but that's very different from you can't see. Like,
But he's still
this
wrestling
nigga,
with one
Anthony
leg.
Ogogo's never getting on the top
If somebody
rope.
wrestle with no.
If this nigga gets on the top rope, I'm
He's
gonna be.
get on the top rope and he's
I'ma
gonna
be
do a punch.
done. That nigga's a
So
cigarette.
smack that one.
Yo, Anthony Ogogo is the British Balrog, son.
Can't fucking deal. Speaking of other injuries,
Still love him.
The,
I'm rooting for him on next Sunday.
the Miz, unfortunately got injured.
That's wild.
A torn
That's good for him.
ACL.
It's good in the sense of he needs to be on TV for a little bit because when he comes back, we appreciate him a lot more. 'Cause-
He's the type of nigga that come back or rumble and
Yeah.
fucking win the rumble
and
next
you're
year.
gonna see
That's
that
the type of nigga he is.
Miz missing. I always say this: he's a Mario character. Now they really got to fill in the blanks without him.
Yeah,
Because
so
the Miz, you can put him in faction, it's getting over. You can put him in a tag team, it's getting over. You can put him in the whole mixed tag. Yo,
so they don't.
the
Yeah.
mixed tag with him and his wife versus Cena, those promos,
They went in.
It gave him a ring.
But a lot of that was, to be honest, a lot of it was like some personal shit, especially between Maurice and Brie.
I mean,
and them, that was some real.
Cost
That was
that Total
personal.
Divas check.
The Total Diva stuff, yeah. So yeah, the Miz is gonna be out. They haven't said how severe the torn ACL is, but
Said 6 months. I think.
typically it's a 6 to 9 month recovery time.
Just going to the what's the name plan.
Yeah, hit up John Cena because I know he's had that before.
What'd you do, John?
Teach me. So the earliest the Miz will be back is probably somewhere around Rumble time, ideally.
Where's Rumble?
January. So he's gonna be out for the rest of the year. So
When is Survivor Series? Next year.
November. It's November. That's
So,
too soon.
right now
unless
we
he
in-
hits the John Cena plan.
So right now we
I don't
in.
see him in Survivor
so
Series.
that's June, July, August, September, October.
Well, you counted it. Well, you would count specifically kind of if he decides to do surgery or not. So if he decides to do surgery, then it's definitely going to be about
He'll make it back
closer to
Survivor
the 9
Series.
months.
He doesn't need his ACL. He'll be fine.
Wow.
Like-
Just don't need that.
No,
You don't.
A lot of people don't have ACLs in NBA.
Really?
Yeah,
lot of
once you
people.
tear it, you don't really need it.
Oh, well.
Like it's a mental thing at a point.
Xavier did.
Like you might slow
Yeah,
down.
Woods was out for almost a year.
Yeah.
Was
He
it?
did his.
He tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't his ACL.
I think it was a mixture of two things, though.
Yo,
I don't
is.
think it was
When
just
he
that.
torn, yeah, that torn ACL injury. Yeah, it was a torn ACL. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, and besides, it was pandemic too, so he really didn't have to rush back.
Yeah, it was before everything kind of started opening up. But yeah, so we wish the Miz a speedy recovery because it's unfortunate because we talked about that all the time how the Miz is that one guy that has never been injured and then that
Knock on wood.
happened. So
It was his Achilles. I knew it wasn't his ACL.
Oh,
Because it was his Achilles. That's
Shout
why
out
it
to
took so
Gene.
long.
whatever a year.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Because
definitely-
Achilles takes longer.
they still haven't found a formula for that yet.
No.
But ACL they did, right?
ACL, because you don't really
torn
need it.
and broken, I think, are two different things. Like you can, like a tear, depending on how severe the tear is.
Yeah.
Can
But
it
you don't
be-
need your ACL, though.
Well,
The Achilles is horrible. That takes your athletic ability.
that's wild. Ew, that's
Even
gross.
though some players come back, like for instance, Dominique Wilkins came back and he was still dunking after. But like the Achilles fucks you up.
Just like
So that-
Cousins, it's hard to come for him to come back.
So his ACL being torn is like he has to recover from it, but he'll be fine.
Oh, all right. So you'll be all right.
All right, so as the time we have left, let's talk about this week in wrestling real quick. We came off
Tribal Chief.
Okay, we came off of a wrestling weekend, so once again, shout out to everyone that came out to Legends.
Shout out to everybody.
This past weekend on Sunday for WrestleMania Backlash, the remix, which I thought was pretty decent. I did not think that, I think when you have these high expectations is when you're disappointed. So if you go in there kind of just with an open mind and just be like, okay, let's see what happens.
It was good.
I thought it was decent, and I think every match it was good storytelling for me personally. Like I think, I mean, even though everybody has an opinion about the zombie thing. Listen, I like a good gimmick match. I'm not gonna hold you. Like they can I forgot which WrestleMania. I think it could have been WrestleMania 25 where they did the gimmick battle royal, and they had all the old gimmick niggas come out. Like I like shit like that. Like I don't really care.
Like a slammer knock. I mean, like lumberjack match is a gimmick of itself.
I just like the fact that the zombies looked A1. Like
Yeah.
that was top notch paid makeup.
Yeah.
Period. Like they didn't look like dollar value zombies. They looked like some like high class
They was fighting with them
zombies. Right.
Like, again, it was just
shout
wrong
out to
season.
Joe Gacy. I saw you.
Like
I
it was
was
just
proud.
a wrong season. That's why.
So yeah, one down real quick of WrestleMania Backlash, and then we'll talk about some other things that happened this week.
Roman Reigns put on a fucking clinic in that ring.
As did Cesaro.
No, Cesaro did his thing. It's expected from him. Cause people really be shitting on Roman.
Yeah.
That he can't wrestle.
Yeah. Like, people forget the clash that he had with Buddy Murphy, like the clash he had with Buddy Murphy and all these other dudes. Come on.
Him and Daniel, another great
God.
match.
Him and Daniel, definitely.
Him and
But you gotta have that chemistry. You gotta have somebody that's gonna bring that out of you.
But the thing about it takes two to tango. Like, we expect that from Cesaro, because Cesaro is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
But Roman, we don't.
People don't expect that.
But then in the same breath, you don't expect Cesaro. I think for me, I didn't expect him to really keep up with Roman either.
Nah, I expected that. Cesaro was
me
like
too.
top-notch shape in the ring.
Well, you have the whole locker room saying that he's the best
Just
wrestler.
because they have different styles.
No,
for me.
it's fine, but it's just that Roman adapted to his style.
Right. And that's
he
what
was
I'm
doing
saying.
Mac technician shit. Like, it was like, yo, this was one of the best matches of the night. Also, low-key, the women's match with Asuka, Charlotte, and Ripley, that shit was good.
It was.
That shit was a good way to start off the show.
It was.
And I don't know who produced that match, which is probably with TJ.
Probably TJ.
That shit was fire. TJ be putting his foot in these matches, B. Like,
Well, you have to understand why the card was so good, because it was mostly a SmackDown card. It felt SmackDown heavy.
yeah.
So that's what was so good.
But
I mean, also too, like I thought the Bobby Drew Braun wasn't bad either.
It's Bobby Lashley. Anything
No,
he does
it's not.
touches good.
Okay, all right now we're not gonna go that
no,
far.
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad
But
either.
I thought it was a mixture of Bobby's matches with each individual
Yeah.
in the match, which I thought was kind
Well,
of
you
cool.
saw Bobby went through the stage.
But you saw-
Who produces the male matches?
I don't know. It's a good question. Anyone that works on
Shout
TV
out to Bobby
give
MVP
us
with
that?
the dick joints on Monday.
But that,
Son!
we'll get it. Oh, Lord.
Son!
Dick joints.
Bro!
I mean, I do appreciate MVP for
Monday Night
showcasing
Melon.
fine black women on Monday Night Raw. I can appreciate that. I will say that.
Bro, you know you doing your job when the whole wrestling community talk about one thing.
Yeah.
That it's not about wrestling.
Yeah.
They talk about the two girls on the end.
It's literally is one of the top 5 moments of this year.
Yeah.
Cause when I saw it on so many pages, black, white, Puerto, whoever you were like, yo, who are these women?
Yeah.
Who are these women?
MVP and Bobby Lashley bringing back the old, like, Bobby Lashley.
They did it in Impact.
They did?
They did that. They did it in Impact, and it was Eddie Kingston was with them.
Okay.
When Bobby
hilarious.
when Bobby won the title, they brought up a couple chicks with them.
You almost said hoes.
By the way, shout outs to MVP's recruiting. This was top-notch recruiting of beautiful women across the rainbow, especially those ebony queens.
I only know one rainbow. That's the ebony rainbow. You know, light ebony, dark ebony, medium ebony.
But it was delicious.
But yeah, as I was saying about
Appreciate
WrestleMania Backlash, I thought the Bobby, Drew, and Braun, because y'all know I don't really like multi-men shit, because I get over
Many men.
But I thought it was very well produced, as you mentioned, and I thought it told the story. It was like, all right, this is what it's for. Boom, let's close this chapter if we can, so that on Monday Night fucking Raw, Kofi Kingston pins the WWE. I was like, what?
Also,
And what? I said, this is great.
but you also gotta remember, when was the last time 2 black men main evented
Fucking man.
Raw?
Let's talk about it.
None of us really noticed
Let's talk about it.
Dang.
But it was 2 black men, and these are one's a former champion, and our current champion, 2 black guys.
He is decorated, though, Bobby.
Bobby's ridiculously decorated, like across everything.
Yeah, inside the ring and outside of the ring.
So
So,
that's what
so it's for, as you mentioned, for 2 black men to main event Monday Night Raw. It just was like, and what I keep repeating every single time, Talking Smack and Raw Talk are the hidden gems on the fucking, I go on the WWE
Peacock.
Network, on Peacock, and on fucking YouTube, WWE's
But that's
YouTube page.
I figured it out. What they're doing is that's their sports center.
But it's genius.
It is genius because they just imitate what sports do. Because if you notice that for the first time after pay-per-view, the bump came on. So the fact that they're bringing that sports feel where like, hey, even after, because
and it's right immediate,
just like,
so it's fresh.
Exactly, just like when I'm watching Knicks game. Yo, after that, I'm watching
shout out Evan T. Mack. He follows us on the Jobbertears page.
Thank you, Evan T. Mack. He's the guy that's the black guy that's on the bump. Because he
What?
follows me.
Yo!
Yeah.
That's my dude right there. That's the only black guy I like on the show.
That's the only
He's
black
the
guy on
only
the
black
show.
guy on the show.
Yes, him. I love that feel.
But yeah, he follows me.
But it's smart because it gives like a whole ESPN feel right after. Like you still investing into it, you still want to talk about it, and it gives you like a nice bar show.
Because Kofi going on Raw Talk and being on something like, I just pinned the WWE champion. So what y'all niggas is gonna do? And he was humping the table, but it was in very New Day fashion.
Exactly.
So you still kind of you fucks with it.
Exactly.
It's fine. It's not like
was nasty.
this is outrageous. Oh really?
It was freak nasty.
Really?
It was awesome though. It was freak nasty.
Okay then. What else is this week in wrestling? Let me think real quick.
My son Soul from what's that dude's name? Got this podcast. The one asking wild questions. I love these niggas. Dang, son, they part of my
Your weed crew?
yeah. Not Weed and Wrestling.
No, not weed and wrestling. What, Dirty Heels?
Dirty Hill. Shout out to them, man. Y'all some wild boys.
Yo, so
and one of them said that Kofi versus Lashley don't make no sense to me, but
wait,
still
what?
dope.
How? What? How does that not make sense?
I guess like the size difference.
But that's the beauty about it. All the big guys, and if they face smaller guys, it ends up being great matches. I don't.
Honestly, I think it's good because I know Bobby and
it's something different.
Yeah. Bobby, like the four of them, gentlemen, going to make sure that everybody looks good.
I think they're
Shout out to
gonna
Nasty
take Drew.
Leroy.
They're gonna take Drew out for a little bit,
Please.
Drew gotta have.
and they're gonna put Kofi with I think Kofi and Bobby are Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Yo, that would be. When have you ever seen two black men?
They're not gonna be in the cell though.
Are you sure?
They should.
Are you sure?
They should. Because you might as well.
So then, question: who do you think, if there were two matches, one from Raw, one from SmackDown, who should be in the cell?
Isn't it gonna be? It's gonna be Roman again.
With who though?
Who do you think? Who's messed up the operation right now?
Jimmy.
It's gonna be Roman versus Jimmy.
I totally would
I was about
prefer,
to say Jay for a second, but
I would
can't.
prefer brother versus brother in the cell.
Ooh.
That would be great.
I would prefer.
That would be great. The thing
Because
about
I think Roman would probably pull the I'm too good for Hell in a Cell. I don't want to fuck up my shit. You go and face your brother and you figure this shit out.
That would be a good way for them to turn face. Because Roman,
No,
after like everything's said and done, he picked them up and he hugs them.
So like what
Come
they
on.
could do is that Jimmy wins, Roman comes out, disowns Jay, and now these niggas is going for the tag titles again.
No, I want them to stay together.
That's why Roman hugs them.
I need all the titles on them. Who's the tag team champion?
Now it is Rey
Dominic,
Mysterio
yeah.
and Dominic. Thank you for those points.
But hold on, yo, family versus family.
That's what I'm saying.
But I need
SummerSlam.
I need them to stay together.
That's our last
that's
day.
fine.
I need the bloodline to stay together.
We don't care. As long as to be the best
As long as
SummerSlam.
actually Jimmy
we don't
can
care.
still not really
Yes.
fuck with these niggas.
Yes, we don't care.
And they can tag.
He ain't
so.
nobody's bitch.
With the same lighting as right hand man. Come on, give me a break.
Search of that simple,
one of the,
but get to the
we
point.
mentioned the bump, and it's something I had posted in the group chat, and someone was like, "What do you mean?" So the bump just celebrated. Shout out to the bump. Just celebrated 100 episodes, and they had Seth and Adam Cole on. And I'm only saying this because I want people to really start paying attention, because when I tell you, when we complain about WWE not doing storytelling the right way, these niggas has been low-key planting the seeds from a year ago with Seth and Adam Cole. Because on the bump, on the same goddamn show. So a year ago, they were on the show and they were going back and forth. And I think they were talking about either Undisputed Era and, like, you know, Seth being in stables and blah, 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 blah. And they kind of got into it. Fast forward to the bump episode this past week, where Adam Cole was you know, proud of Cesaro and about how he, you know, faced Roman and blah, 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 blah. And if those that don't know, Adam Cole and Cesaro plays Uno on Up Up Down Down, my favorite show that I watch on YouTube. So he was bigging up Cesaro, and then Seth comes in and goes, so what are you doing here? Like, why are you sitting here talking all this stuff about a guy that lost? Like, you interrupted all of us.
That's a point.
So he just went
King Swagoo.
He just went in on Adam Cole, and as I'm watching, I'm like, if this isn't storytelling on another level, that if you were not in this moment, you couldn't see.
Same for SummerSlam.
They are planting the seeds that shit can even be WrestleMania next year. That's how big that could be. So I just wanted to, drop that gem on y'all. Like,
he's no longer King
y'all gonna
Drip
have to.
He's Mr.
First of all, his
King Swaggy
his Picasso suit from Sunday,
Fire.
like he
Fire.
just fell in a
But
whole
I low-key
can
want my
of
credit.
paint. No.
I want my credit. You guys just ignore me. Whatever.
Absolutely. Last few things.
No.
AEW this week, the funniest shit. So I get home yesterday, and right when what's that, Rusev? Right when Rusev had came on TV.
Talk about Jesus.
And then when this nigga said, he got on the mic, he said, first off, I just want to thank Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know why he said that.
Yo, me and Mikey fucking died.
To be funny. He's being funny.
It actually
was
made
like,
me.
what the fuck?
Yo, but it made me not turn the channel. Like, I was just like, I don't know what else wild shit he's about to say, so I'm gonna watch
the
the
golden
segment.
rule is you can't turn. You can't boo Jesus.
But he legit, but it was like how it's like him having a Grammy.
For
I
giving
would
the
like to
strength.
thank. I would like right.
You know what's funny?
He went in, and I was like, what?
You know what's funny? I don't think he gives a fuck.
At all.
No.
I
I
agree.
think
I don't
he
think so
literally
either.
came over there. He was just like, yo, you
I
paid
just
me
wanna
how
have
much?
some fun.
I got to do what? Oh, I'm on.
Yeah. But he does his job. That's one thing I have to say. He does his job.
Because he can fucking wrestle.
Yeah.
And I will.
And he can talk on the mic.
Yeah.
Right.
He emo daddy stink. And it's actually making funny. Yo, emo daddy
So I'm
stink.
actually excited because there are certain storylines that have been interesting on the AEW side.
Ooh, this is
So
fire. Shout out to Ariel. She said, I know it sounds corny, but I like to see Seth versus John Morrison and Drip Off. Each 5
Facts.
suits and fans vote live.
facts, fashion show style.
Yo,
Facts.
that will be fire.
Can I get my credit, please?
No.
Can I be the commentator on that?
No.
Fucking haters.
I'm
But-
too angry and like
but,
you curse too much.
what you-
And you're not a token.
That's the truth. But this week AEW was not. It was
I'm
okay.
gonna leave it as that.
It was okay.
All right.
But next week will be the send off to Double or Nothing. So we're gonna talk a lot about that pay-per-view and give our predictions, as well as please tune in Tuesday nights for our last JTP Lounge before Battle Club Pros. May the franchise reign. The owner of Battle Club Pro will be joining us along with a special guest. So just make sure to tune in this
Who's the special
coming
guest?
Tuesday. It's a special guest that I'm not going to announce. You have to tune in to figure it out. But in terms of next weekend, once again, we'll be in Jersey, Richfield Park for Battle Club Pro. Make sure to buy tickets, purchase tickets. It's 2 shows, 1 day, first time ever for Battle Club
It will
Pro.
be in the description below.
So it's going to be great. It's going to be a good Saturday afternoon, delight and evening, extravaganza. So stay tuned for that. You got some old school Battle Club people coming back, and you got some new school you got some people debuting. So make sure to come out, support independent wrestling. After that, we will be back at, once again, Legends the next day for AEW's Double or Nothing. So make sure to come out. Are we going to be pushing someone asked about the Mayweather fight too. You see that?
If you willing to come, it's $20 to get in. That's
not bad.
The shit's expensive, but there's no fee. But I'll put an invite out.
You said it's $20 to get in.
Huh?
You said $20 to get in.
Yeah, there's no fee like to eat.
Oh yeah, she's made $20.
Because sometimes you gotta eat.
Well, yeah, because if you get in, like for when we do the events, it's not an entry fee, but you have to spend $20.
Yeah, so we're doing the Mayweather fight.
So those are interesting because some people have actually been hitting our messages asking where we're showing the Mayweather Paul fight. So Legends will. As Sir Wilkins mentioned, it will be a $20 cover, which is not bad for a boxing match like pay-per-view show. Most bars will charge $50, $60 and stuff like that. So $20 is not a bad deal. But that's June 6th, the Saturday night. I believe that's Saturday.
Y'all going?
Yeah, I will go because I don't see why not. I'm not ordering the shit, so
Y'all want to go?
Yeah. We'll have a little table. We'll have a little section. Because people been talking about it.
No, Legends, because I asked Legends this morning when I went there, and they were like, "Yeah, we're doing it. You have people coming, and then let us know."
So yeah, if you are interested, make sure you can email us at thejobbertearspodcast@gmail.com if you are interested in knowing more information or want to attend the Mayweather fight. Other than that, May 29th, next Saturday, is a big day for us. We're back. It's feeling like a little bit of normalcy in life, so Facts. It's really, really good.
You don't have to wear a mask at work.
You don't?
No.
You don't?
I don't have to wear a mask.
Oh, okay.
I still do.
I do, yeah. I was going to say, I still do.
I feel...
That's
be real with you.
If you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask.
But
Are
that's
you vaccinated?
just sus.
On TV, yes.
And on that note...
Look how Miles laughing.
Because it's funny as fuck. Because now you're just like, and we're off. Like,
I didn't to say that on TV.
Once again, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube page as
Shout
Mr.
out to
Black.
Sanchez and Kiki. They're in jail. Free my niggas.
Damn, what did they say now? It's more of the question. But
they're black and they're loud on Zuckerberg.
Well, listen, Zuckerberg ain't ready for the smoke. Make sure to follow us at the Jobbertears Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Anything? I feel like I'm missing something. Quick shout out to Zuka King for winning the Future Stars of AML World Heavyweight title this past week. Cheap plug for you. I'm trying to think of anybody else that did anything amazing this past week. Savannah versus Swole at PWX this past weekend. Shout out to the loves of the Jobbertears South. Put on an amazing match. Anything else? Well, last but not least, once again, we do want to end off sending our thoughts and prayers to New Jack's family. It was a sudden and tragic time last week when we all found out that he had passed. So we once again want to dedicate the episode to him. And once again, you can... I think he still has some stuff they just released on his website if you do want to support the family to purchase that. But other than that, hashtag Black Excellence, hashtag we are out.
I was over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.